I've been glossing this staircase for a bit now. I'm halfway through it. I'm using pure brilliant white gloss, and what I thought I'd do is show you the technique of how I'd go about it on this little section here. I've got a nice little section just to show you. So first of all, make sure your gloss is at a nice consistency, not too thick. And then you don't want loads of paint on your brush, and you want a brush that is not too stumpy. That's just right, that one. And what I do is I start underneath the banister first. I usually do the top of the banister last, and the newel posts on the end, the newel posts, I do them just before I do the banister. But I'll show you anyway. So here goes. So underneath. Now I'm trying to do this with a camera in my hand, so you've got to appreciate it's not easy. Now again, you don't want too much paint on your brush, and don't be pulling the wrong way on edges, because you can create a lot of runs. I've actually undercoated this with pure brilliant white undercoat, and this is pure brilliant white gloss, like I say, and it's a lot easier because really in certain places you just have to get in the sheen on it. You don't need loads of paint. So, and then start the side there. And then come to that front bit. Now as I'm doing that front bit there, I do that little edge underneath at the banister. Now you don't want to create too much paint around that bit, but I'll just do that other side there. And then I start this little bit here with the knobbles on. Again, I've not got loads of paint on my brush, and I'm basically kind of scrubbing it on in a way, but also laying it off at the same time in a nice direction. And then you can come onto the little straight bit down to the next round bits at the bottom. Yeah, it's not easy with the camera in my hand, but I think it gives you a good idea of what you've got to do without trying to create runs. I mean, when you've done a section, you can always go over it and check it. And once I've brought that down, I'll do the other bottom square bit. And then what I'd usually do is I'd probably do another one. I usually do about 3 of them, and then you have to go round the back to do the back edge. So again, just start the square at the top, and that little underneath edge of the banister. Again, it might sound rough this, but you are slightly scrubbing it on in a way, but it's just to get the sheen. Really, you don't want too much paint because you create runs. Because you can always check it over when it's dry, just if there's any misses, and touch them up. That's a plane going over that. I'm right near Manchester Airport. Right, and that is how you gloss a spindle. Always leave the parts where you're close to the carpets last. Never do near your carpets first as you're coming down. Finish all your staircase and your banister, and then finish off at the bottoms. So once you've done your spindle, and then your other one's finished, I usually start on the top of my newel post, do the top, work round the side, drop down, finish it to the bottom, and then I usually do my banister. And as you can see, that newel post is already done there. And obviously at some point I'd fill in these bits. I mean, sometimes I'll do that side and then I'll bring that along. That one's not been done there, so I'll just give you a look. Again, you're not after dragging your brush against any of the edges. You've always got to work away from an edge, because if you drag your brush towards the edge, you end up with runs on everything. And then you can just bring that light edge down there. And like I say again, you can finish the bottom bit on the stringing when you've done most of the banister, well, when you've done all the staircase, save getting any muck in your paint, any carpet hairs. Right then, that's how you do a spindle.